Apple-Samsung trial continues, with Apple lawyers accusing Samsung of illegally decreasing its profits, and Samsung lawyers dismissing those claims as overblown. But as their legal teams try to outmaneuver each other, the public is getting a look at some interesting data that otherwise would not be available. CCTV's Mark New has more.
Entering week 3 of Silicon Valley's trial of the century, lawyers are fighting a losing battle to keep company secrets from coming into public view. But some of that guarded data shows that Apple is perhaps even more successful than previously thought. Court documents reveal that in about a 5-year period from 2007 to 2012, Apple sold 85 million iPhones in the U.S., worth a total of $50 billion in revenue. That's almost one iPhone for every 3 people in the United States.
If Samsung and other Apple competitors have access to this marketing data that's released at the trial, then that'll help them understand better how to market their products.
One of the key reasons both sides are being forced to reveal sales data is that should one company be found to be infringing on the other's patents, the jury will need that information to assess damages. Other companies like Microsoft, Nokia, and Intel have already petitioned the courts to make sure their information is kept private too. But trade information keeps surfacing. Apple's patent licensing chief testified today that an earlier deal even allowed rival Microsoft access to a number of Apple's design and feature patents, but with a provision that said it could not copy Apple products.
And the big deal is that this actually gave Microsoft access to some really exclusive patents that no one else gets. The big if there is that they can't make cloning products, so something like an iPhone or an iPad, it can't look like the iPhone or the iPad, but they still have access to those designs, so they can't point back and say, you ripped off our product.
Apple spent much of the day explaining its complicated formula for seeking damages, which it assesses between $2.5 to $2.75 billion. The trial is expected to continue for 2 more weeks. Mark New, CCTV, San Jose, California.